Yes, it is.
So hi everybody. We're gonna try. Thanks for coming out in the rain. We're gonna try to create like a little tent. People, umbrellas. Let's get closer. It won't be too long, but come on a little bit closer because we don't have a microphone. There you go. Thing you can step onto the black top. There you go. And then our camera folks, you're gonna stay back there. Kira, you gonna stay there. You wanna come up? You gonna stay there? All right. Okay. President, without further ado. Amy Adams, there you go.
Thank you all for coming. I just have to make the announcement that the wonderful Kira has handed me a mic. This is actually so that she could hear it on the camera, so it won't be projecting anything to you. I am so sorry that it did not occur to me to bring a mic. But I really just want to thank you all for coming today and supporting this wonderful project. I really truly believe in it. I wanted to promote healing, and I felt like this project did that and is going to do that. I love that it has aspects that brings the community together. We did rock painting to try to work on that. We had a couple people come out. But it also offered opportunities for me to be able to talk to different people about what this is and what it stands for. And a wind phone is just basically a disconnected telephone, if you haven't heard enough about it. The point of the wind phone is to allow you the opportunity to have a normalcy, a phone call with a lost loved one that you may not have anymore. Those phone calls at 3 o'clock that I would have with a sibling just on their way to work. I miss those. Or my mom, just at a random time to talk about my day. So this is a way to be able to do that and connect with that person. It is just the action of doing it. The phone is not connected to anything, I will say again. But the idea of wind phones are that your messages will be carried by the wind. And that is a phrase that you'll see often if you look up what the wind phone is. It has been introduced by a gentleman in Japan who wanted to create a memorial for his cousin just so that he could continue to connect with him and talk with him. And from there they became international. They've been in the United States, and we have 7. This is number 7 in Massachusetts. Yeah. We hope to have a couple more, but the idea is just to initiate that healing that we all need. So having that phone call maybe will cause you to sit down in this space, sort of just save a space and reflect, and just be able to take that moment and remember this person. And really what it is just a list of resources inside for you to contact. So if you have that unraveling moment where you start to cry and grieve, well, this is normal. It's a completely normal part of grieving. It is encouraged for you to take that second and make that phone call. You might feel silly to just pick up the phone, but I encourage you to at least sit in the space. You don't know how you'll feel when you get in there. And just really take a moment. Maybe if you do it a few times, you'll understand. It's more about creating a community of people that can share empathy and compassion and understanding. Grief is not taboo. We don't need to stay away from other people that are grieving. All of us grieve. It's just an opportunity to figure out how to better support one another. We're all human, so this is a human experience, and it is important to remember that we should be there for one another. And this is just another way to do that. So if you need an example, I won't sit on the bench today. This is made wide enough so that we could fit a wheelchair in here. Maybe a mom with a stroller. There are specific numbers in there, mothers who have lost a child. There are also number in there to Jeff's place for Framingham, that is for children who have lost loved ones that need to be able to grieve and then just talk to someone about it. So that would be the next step. So you get in there and I will demonstrate by not sitting. But there is a very beautiful phone in here. It is a rotary. I wanted it to be able to connect with some of our most seasoned community, but also our younger community, and maybe they'll learn what a rotary phone is. The artwork that you see in the background.
In there too?
There's not a cell phone, but this is a way to pull them in. You know, this is a way to start that conversation with this generation. What is that? The artwork that you see that encases this wind phone had a purpose. The purpose was not just to add some pretty artwork. It was to create a sort of enclosure that would provide a semi-private space. You'll see a dogwood in the backwood, and a dogwood is considered a memorial tree that's planted when we want to remember a loved one. There are also tokens all around it, so you might have heard people discussing at one point or another that, you know, a red cardinal has flown by and maybe that's a relative coming to visit, a specific butterfly, or for me it would be a hummingbird. So there are all sorts of wonderful tokens in there. The bench itself is a separate piece of art, and that has forget-me-not flowers all around it. So it's titled Forget-Me-Not. But this bench actually, long after this wind phone has had its lifespan, and which we hope it's a long one because it's cedar and it's well protected, the bench can be used somewhere else, maybe inside of the sanctuary. So how this project came along was that last August, it was my mom's anniversary of her passing, and I thought, for some reason, this idea of a wind phone kept popping up. I ended up seeing a video about it, but not long before that, my little daughter had given me her phone, and she was like, "Oh, it's your mom on the phone." And so she passes me the phone, and I'm thinking, how bizarre to talk on this play phone. But in thinking about that, later on, I realized that it probably had just been presenting itself all along to do something like this for the community. And so I ended up talking to Ian about it, and Ian was just so supportive and was just like, "Yeah, let's do it. What are you thinking?" And so I appreciate you, and I appreciate the Common Street Spiritual Center for always just encouraging my insane ideas on how to transfer, you know, love and be able to exchange feelings of gratitude and love and healing through this space with art. So I can appreciate that. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Paul Joseph, for helping us finish out digging up. There was a bush here before, and it would not go. It would not go. We tried, but the roots were strong. The roots were strong. We ultimately seen it as a circle of life to the space. It was kind of a trade-off in giving, and then just having this beautiful tree blossom over the space. And Paul Joseph came over with his axe and gave the dental office a good look at, you know, for a while with his flannel shirt, I think. There must be a viral video somewhere. But I really just want to thank you all for coming out to support this official opening. I hope that you find peace in this space. I hope that you can come and sit. At night it's beautiful. There are solar lights, so it's well lit. I wanted it to be a little whimsical, a little love that you can feel from any space and any time that you make your way over to this wind phone. So thank you all again for coming. Does anybody have questions? I know I went on for a long time. No questions? Did I get everything, maybe? Okay.
Wonderful job.
Thank you so much.
Amy, is there any, like, I totally get this is private and beautiful. Is there any hope or particular invitation for folks to share stories or experiences?
Sure. So there is a wind phone database that keeps track of all of the wind phones that are all over
She's right here.
the United States.
She developed it.
Amy Dawson.
Right here.
I remember.
Wow.
Amy, thank you. And that database has been able to kind of tell you where all of the wind phones are. I think, Amy, you have pages that people can upload stories and share more about the project. Please see Amy afterwards. We're going to start a club because of
Yay,
the name.
all the Amy's.
Yes, yes. But really, it really is just an opportunity to get people to heal and just see one another, right? We're in this perfect location. We're right in the center of the common area here where there are family nights and there's a funeral across the street. So there are people that are constantly walking around and just taking a moment. So we hope that this is the space that people want to come to and start that journey. Any other questions? Yes? No? Good? All right. Thank you all for coming. Please take the time to at least get close to it, come see it, and have a closer look. And I hope that if you don't sit in it today, that you make time to come around and just visit it. Tell your friends.